Good morning, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Rapid Fire. I do appreciate, as always, that you guys are joining me on this Tuesday morning. On the go again. As you know, it is a crazy time for real estate. So we're going to do this on the go again. And so one of the biggest questions that I get, especially today in the market that we're in, is how the heck do I buy a property in the market that we're in? As you all know, being a buyer right now is not easy at all. So I'm going to give you a couple little tricks that you can use or not. But like I say in every episode, always talk to a licensed professional about your specific needs and your case. So they'll be able to take care of that for you. So really, the first thing to do, in my opinion, is get a real estate broker. I know I am a residential real estate broker, and obviously you're going to say, well, of course he's going to say that. But yeah, even if I wasn't, I would say get a broker, especially in the market today. You're going to need every little edge that you can, every little expertise and tricks that you could possibly get to be able to win that bid on that property. Doesn't matter if it's a home, a condo, whatever it is, it doesn't matter. So step one, get yourself a broker. That is going to help you enormously, more than you think. Two, be prepared to act fast. What do I mean by that? So many properties, are coming on the market, and when it comes to the housing market, there's so little inventory. As soon as something pops up, it goes extremely fast. So one of the things that I highly recommend is prepare yourself. Make sure you know what your budget is and what you're prepared to pay for, how much you can come up with for a down payment. That's going to be one of the big ones, is that you're going to need a minimum of 5% down if you're purchasing it for your primary property. So make sure to be ready with that and to know what that maximum amount that you could put down is. And sometimes you might think, well, I could put 10 or 15% down. But if you end up paying more for a home because you have to, you get into a bidding war, you have to remember that 15% could drop to 10%, could drop to 5% or whatever it is. So be prepared on that side on what your down payment is. Also, get a pre-approval. By having a pre-approval, that's one less condition that is going to be needed when putting in an offer. You don't want to put in an offer thinking, yeah, it's not going to be a problem, I'll get approved, no problem. And then for whatever reason, you end up not being approved for the amount that you need. That could be problematic, especially if an offer is already accepted. So make sure, get that done. It'll actually save you a lot of time on that one there. Next, conditions. A lot of people think, well, you know what, with the conditions, could kill a deal. And yes, it could, depending on what the conditions are. And lately I'm seeing a lot of offers with no conditions at all. Now, for me as a buyer's broker, let's say I have my clients, one thing that I am never, ever going to recommend going without is a home inspection. Now, a lot of people say, well, you know what, that home inspection could potentially kill the deal. And I agree, it could potentially kill the deal, especially if, the condition is 7 to 10 days to get it done. As things start to heat up, sometimes it might be a little bit hard to get an inspector there on time, but usually you can. And every broker that is recommending a home inspector or any professional has to give you at least 3 options to go with. So a lot of times you're going to be able to find a home inspector anyways, but certainly an offer that comes in on a seller side without the condition of a home inspection or any conditions is certainly enticing. But I always tell my buyers, don't do that. Get a home inspection. You want to protect yourself. Even on newer properties, my brother, who's the owner of Acton Injection, about I don't know the exact percentage. I believe he told me, and don't quote me on this, but I believe he told me at one point in time about 25 or 30% of his business happens to be new construction. Just repairing hairline cracks and stuff like that in a home, but that's brand new construction. So that's why it is so important to go out there and get that inspection done. It doesn't matter if it's brand new, if it's old, just go get it done. It's not worth the potential disaster that could potentially come with it in the future. So think of that. What else? It's really about being prepared, getting there, and be prepared, and don't be shocked if you have to pay over the asking price. Over the asking price, especially for an actual residential property right now, and I'm talking more about homes. And it does happen with condos too, don't get me wrong, but primarily with homes right now. Single family homes, townhouses, semi-detaches, things like that. They're going over asking. So be prepared to go over asking. And that's why it's good to be working with a broker, because you might have a certain budget and that broker is going to say, well, in this area, these are, kind of the comps. This is the negotiation ratio. This is how much it went over asking, the percentage, so that when they're looking and your budget is 500,000, a million, whatever it is, they're not going to be looking at properties at 500,000 or at a million or above, because when there's a buyer's market, potentially it could be at $1 million and you may get it for 800 or 850. Now it's the opposite. So they're going to be able to guide you in the right direction and give you the information. And sometimes they're going to see things that you don't see, or have heard of things coming up that aren't even on the market, so you can get in there early and potentially win the bid. So anyways, that's my advice when it comes to anything that has to do with the buyer's market or the seller's market that we're in today for buyers. If you do have questions, looking for a broker, whatever it is, I'd be more than happy to help. And there's a lot of good ones out there, a lot of good brokers. So anyways, I hope everybody has an awesome Tuesday, awesome rest of the week, and we'll see you for Jog and Talk. Have an awesome day. Bye for now.